Hello yogis, welcome to Shimaflowyoga. I'm Jodi and today is day 7 of our 28-day yoga series, New Year, New You. Today's focus is going to be on a full body flow. So everything we've done all week, we're going to put it into one practice. If you want some music, Spotify playlist is NYNY Day 7. So grab your yoga mat and let's find your happy place. Okay, so let's get started in a seated position, Sukhasana. Just come to a comfortable seat again, grabbing your block or your mat, whatever you need to get comfortable. Sit up nice and tall and close your eyes. Just rest your hands comfortably. And let's all take a deep breath in. And exhale slowly. And come to your natural breath. As always, accepting where you are in this moment. Whatever you're feeling, it's exactly where you should be. Hopefully, you're feeling pretty proud of yourself as you're finishing your first week of this challenge. All right, we're going to start. Let's gently blink open your eyes. And let's come right into Child's Pose. We're going to start right into our Sun Salutations today. So we've been doing, starting out with Sun Salutation A, we're going to introduce Sun Salutation B today. So let's come into Child's Pose. Stretch your arms out. So we know, right, how to set up for Downward Dog as you stretch your arms out in front, bringing those hands just a little bit wider than the shoulders. And of course, we spread the fingers wide, so we always have a nice strong foundation to support our bodies. Let's come up on the knees and tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up. We're in downward facing dog as we press away. And then moving around a little bit if that feels good. Just finding your happy place here. Press away. Good. Inhale, come up on the toes. Bend your knees as you look up. Walk, step, or jump your feet between your hands. Inhale, lift halfway, nice long spine, strong energetic back. Exhale, fold down. Relax the head, look at your knees. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. So we're going to start with Sun Salutation A. Exhale, forward fold or Uttanasana. Come all the way down. Inhale, lifting halfway. So just flowing between these movements. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or jump back into your plank pose. Bend the elbows to lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, flip your feet. Lift your chest up. You're either in your lower cobra or up higher in upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes to down dog and pause right here. So now that you all know the sequence, right, of Sun Salutation A, we can just pick up that pace a little bit and find a nice rhythm to our movement. Inhale, up on the toes, bend your knees. Exhale, walk, step, or jump your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stretch your arms up and look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And again, inhale, reaching up. Take the gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. A little bit deeper now. You notice that stretch in the back of the body. Inhale, lifting halfway. Pull the belly in. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or jump back into your plank and lower. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Hold right here. And inhale up on the toes, bend your knees, exhale, float between your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Let's rise up. One more sun salutation A. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, plant your hands. Float to the back of the mat, lower down. That's one big exhale to that low push-up. Then inhale, lift up through your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Now we're starting to feel that heat building in the body. This is also a good opportunity to slow the breath down. Right, we reconnect, being completely present in this moment. That's what it's about, being present, letting go of what really doesn't serve us right now, right? Things that are not in our control right now. Just allowing ourselves to be in our happy place. Okay, up on the toes, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump. Inhale, halfway, then exhale, fold. We're going to rise up to a standing position. And then bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. So we're going to do just 2 rounds of sun salutation B. So we start in chair pose, okay? So in the inhale, you're going to sit back, send the hips back, sweep the arms up, take your gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, and lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale. Lift your hips. From here, we're going to add on. Inhale, the right leg lifts up. And then exhale, take a big step between the hands. We're going to come to warrior 1. So you're going to spin that back heel in. So your back foot is flat. Keep your front knee bent and inhale, arms up. This is warrior 1. Exhale, release the hands back down. Step back to plank. From here too, if you're getting a little tired in your upper body, you can skip the push-ups and just come right to downward dog, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to lower down, inhale, lift up, exhale, downward dog. The same thing, left leg, take it up, inhale, exhale, step between the hands, spin the back foot flat, okay? Warrior 1, inhale, arms reach up, and then exhale, release the hands down. Again, stepping back to plank from here, either coming right up to downward dog or lowering to your low push-up. Inhale to up dog, exhale to down dog. Hold right here. So our sun salutations incorporate a lot of upper body, a lot of push-ups. So it's okay if you want to create some balance in your efforts today through your upper body. Maybe practicing those push-ups every other round, or however that's going to work best for you. Let's inhale up on the toes, bend your knees, exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Good. From here, we're going to come to chair pose. So inhale, sit back, reach your arms up, take your gaze up, and then exhale, stand up, bring your hands to your heart. And we'll do one more round of sun B. Inhale, chair pose, sit back, reach the arms up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins, flat back, exhale, plant your hands, step or jump to the back of the mat, lower yourself down. Inhale, lift your heart. Good. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step between your hands, spin the back foot flat. Inhale, arms up, warrior 1. Good. Exhale, release down. So we're just moving through this flow, right, of breath and movement. Step back, lower, or just lift your hips to downward dog. And then exhale to down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step through, back foot spins flat. Inhale, arms up, warrior 1. And exhale, release. Step back, hips up or lower. Take it all the way back to downward facing dog and just hold right here. Okay, we're going to move right into some standing poses. So from here, I'm going to inhale and lift the right leg up towards the sky. Now on your exhale, we're going to draw the knee in towards the nose as you shift into a plank pose. So bring the shoulders over the wrist, pull that knee in, really squeeze up, feel the core. And then inhale, reach that right leg up again. And exhale, step between your hands. So we're going to spin the back foot flat again, but this time we're coming to warrior two. So instead of our hips forward, we're going to open our hips out to the left and bring your arms out to a T. So this pose, if you remember, we did in our hip opening pose. So as you're lowering down through your hips, we're pressing the inside or the outside of your knee towards your pinky toe. Now drishti, your gaze over your front hand. Just allow it to be soft. Relax your toes and then press down and away through your feet, almost as if you're trying to stretch your yoga mat out. Good, deep breath in. Now the exhale, we're coming to side angle pose. So we're going to start with our forearm on top of the thigh and then reach the left arm up and over the ear. Palm faces down. And with your forearm on your thigh, you're going to kind of press your forearm into the thigh and then rotate, open up, twist open through that left side. Taking that gaze up to the ceiling or even up towards your left hand. Okay, to go deeper in this pose, you can take your block, okay, inside. Preferably outside. You can get to the outside of that knee, and then you can just kind of press your knee to your inner arm, okay? And then if you're feeling you want to go even deeper, take your hand down to the floor and keep opening up through the hip. So a couple breaths here. Good. Now we're going to straighten out the front leg as we stand up and prepare for triangle pose. Okay, so in triangle pose, the heel lines up with that inner arch. Okay, and this one we did in our back series. This is a great strengthening pose for the back. So you're going to shift your fingertips over your toes, right? Right hand comes down. So on the shin, you can slide it down to the ankle. Again, the block is awesome in this pose. And we think about that stacking of the joints. Wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. Lean back. Good. Draw this left hip open. Chin away from the chest. Crown of the head lengthening. Feeling nice and strong here. And then, of course, take that gaze where it's going to feel good in your body. If you're not using the block, you've got hands coming down. Good. Now inhale, just a little soft bend in that right knee as we come up to a standing position. Okay, arms come back out. Now we're going to come into our twisting pose, our twisting lunge. So we're going to turn and face the front of the mat. Lift the back heel up and then place your left hand down right to the inside of your foot, right? So your wrist is under your shoulder and then start to twist open. Draw your right shoulder over your left shoulder and reach your right arm up. You can always drop your knee here. Okay, so pulling that belly in and up. So this one we did in our detox practice. Well, twists are always so good at not only detoxifying and cleansing the body, but strengthening the midsection. Good. Take one more breath in. Now exhale, we're going to release the hands down. Walk your hands forward and lift your back leg up, okay, towards the sky. But your leg's going to be parallel to the floor. You don't have to lift it up so high, okay? It's just going to be about parallel. It's called half moon. So your right hand's going to come onto the mat or place it on a block and come onto your fingertips so your hand is tented. Okay, and then bring your left hand to your left hip and then straighten out that arm and really lift up through that upper body so the spine is long and parallel. Okay, you're going to start to open that left hip. This is where it gets a little challenging, but it's one of those poses that, you know, the first time you do it, it can be pretty challenging. You feel like you're wobbling all over. Keep opening up, left shoulder over the right, left hip over the right. But once you've got it, you kind of got it. Now you really want to squeeze through your legs. Your thighs are strong. Notice my lifted foot. You want to flex that left foot and pull your belly in and really stretch up through the fingertips. The more action you put into your body, the easier it is to balance. Good. Hold right here, a couple breaths. Taking your gaze up is more challenging, so you can keep the gaze forward or even look down to the mat to start. And then practice taking that gaze up. Because there will be a point when you come into this pose where you can just kind of hold it and you need to take it to that next level. One more breath. Slowly lower down. I know we're feeling it in that right leg. We're almost there. Shiva Squat. You're going to bend your right knee. Take your left knee behind your right knee. Hold it here, okay? And let's challenge ourselves, you guys. Take your hands to your heart and hold. Yes, we're feeling that inner thigh. Breathe through it. Let's take one more breath. Release the hands, step back to downward facing dog. If you want to throw a vinyasa in there, go ahead. Take that plank, high push-up to low push-up, up dog to down dog. Let's all meet in downward facing dog. Just pause for a moment. Okay, let's inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. So you're going to shift the shoulders over the wrist, pull that knee in, squeeze through your abs, and then inhale, lift up. And exhale, step between the hands. Okay, again, back foot spins flat. We want that nice anchor. Rise up to warrior two, arms to a T. Sink down through your hips a little bit. You guys remember, we want to challenge ourselves here. We want to feel something. Okay, as you reach through, gaze over your fingers. Now relax your toes as you press down through your feet. Push away as if you're trying to straighten out that mat. Good. Take one more breath in. Side angle pose. Left forearm onto the left thigh. Sweep the right arm up and over your ear. Okay, if you're hanging out here with your arm on your thigh, make sure you're not just, collapsing into it. It's really here for light support. We want to focus on using that core, right? So from here, again, take that block inside or outside of the foot, getting a little bit deeper, reaching through, and just notice, what are you feeling in your body? Is it too much? Is it too little? Is it just right? That's what we want to find, that place we call our edge. It's between pushing and coasting. Not too hard, not too easy. Definitely a place of challenge. Good. See if you can open up a little bit more. And you might notice some sides are different than the other. I know for sure for me, it's really hard for me to open up on this side for whatever reason, but just accept it. That's how you're built. That's how your body's built. Okay, we're going to inhale and stand up. Okay, straighten the legs. So we're preparing for triangle pose. I'm going to shift and reach the left fingertips over the toes and then drop that left hand down. And start high on the shin and then slowly start to lower down. If you guys remember, you don't want to lean forward, right? That heart is opening up towards the sky. Using the block if you want to. Good. Drawing this right hip back a little bit. Finding a comfortable position and then leaning back. It's going to lean back into the space behind your back. Feeling the strength of your back. Good. Let's rise up to standing. Bend this knee just slightly as you rise up. Okay. And then we're going to come to that twisting lunge pose, right? So we're going to windmill this hand down. Lift your back, heel up, okay? Left knee's bent. Place your hand nice and close to the inside of your foot so that wrist is under the shoulder. And then we're just going to twist open and reach that arm up. So now hopefully your left arm or your left shoulder is above the right, left wrist above the right. If you can't quite open that deep, no worries, right? Yoga practice is not about perfection. It's not about what you look like in a pose. It's about how it makes you feel. Good. Again, chin away from the chest, kind of leaning back a little bit through that space behind your back. Might be wobbling a little bit. You can always drop that knee if you want to. Take one more breath in. And now we're coming to Halfmoon Pose, okay? Left hand comes down. So you're gonna lift the back leg up, walk the hands forward, right? So you wanna make sure wrists are under the shoulders, ankles under the hip. Lift up, get on the fingertips, lift up. If you're using your block, place your block under that left hand. Bring your right hand to your right hip, and we're gonna slowly open up. But remember, we wanna squeeze those thighs and keep the belly strong as we start to open, and then reach the right arm up. Press through your right heel, or sole of the foot as you flex, crown of the head lengthens. Your gaze can be down, it can be straight forward or up towards the sky for more challenge. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release down. Shiva Squat. Okay, bend the left knee, right knee comes behind. Okay, let's take that challenge. Hands to the heart. Hold right here. One more breath. Good, release. Okay, let's step back. Let's step back to plank. Let's add a vinyasa. Bend the elbows, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, flip the feet, lift the heart, upward facing dog, and then exhale. Take those hips up to downward facing dog. Whew, good job, you guys. Hold here as you press away. And then inhale, come back to plank pose, and we're going to slowly lower ourselves all the way down onto the mat. Okay, so from here, we're going to move right into our back bending and to come into bow pose. So you're going to bend your knees, okay? Reach back for your ankles. Now this one, again, we'll do twice. So if it's kind of hard to grab both feet, you're going to start by grabbing one foot. So let's say your left ankle, bring your right arm in front. Okay, so your forearm is in line with the top of the mat, and you're just going to push away into this pose as you lift your knee up, okay? Always both ankles, walk the knees in just a little bit so they're about hip-width distance. Take a deep breath in as you lift your heart, and then exhale, lift your knees. Press your feet away from you. So you're going to feel the chest opening, the spine compressing, right? The butt is squeezing. Take one more breath in, and then just release. And let's just take a couple breaths. Rest your chin on your hands, or you can rest your head to one side or the other. Okay, let's do that again. This time, if you're doing the opposite side, you're grabbing your right ankle, left forearm is coming out in front. As you press away and lift your chest, you're going to lift your knee up. If you're doing both sides, grabbing back on. Deep breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, lift the knees and press away. Good, keep pressing those feet away from you. One more breath in. And exhale, release again, resting either chin on your hands or the opposite side of your head rests on the mat. Good, and let's take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press all the way up and sit back into child's pose just for a couple breaths. Oh, that feels good on the back. So just relaxing. And then let's rise back up. Come into a seated position. So we're going to come into butterfly pose, which will give us a little bit of hip opening and a nice back stretch to counterpose the back bend bow pose that we just did. So take your hands around your ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in, and then you exhale. You're going to pull yourself forward. Okay. And then maybe if you want to take your hands around the toes and pull yourself in. You can also use your elbows to press open through your inner thighs or through your knees a little bit to open up those inner hips a little bit more. Pull the shoulders back. Heart moves forward, crown of the head. Good, and then slowly rise on up. Extend your legs out in front. And let's take the left foot and bring it in to your right thigh. Reach the arms up. Inhale, exhale, and come forward. So flex your foot. If you can grab your foot, great. If not, no worries. Grab onto your calf, your ankle, whatever you can reach for. And if this is as far as you get, then that's as far as you get, okay? So just start to pull yourself in deeper. Think about your breath almost like kind of waves of an ocean. So as you inhale, you're reaching, you're lengthening forward. As you exhale, you're slowly folding down. And just continue to move with that breath. This will slowly get you deeper into this pose. So here we're focusing on opening up, stretching those hamstrings, the calves. As you flex the foot, the calf muscle gets a nice stretch. And then the back and spine. Let's go ahead and rise all the way up, and then we're going to switch sides, okay? Opposite foot comes in, extend the leg out, reach the arms up, and then exhale and fold. Again, like waves of an ocean. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward, exhale, and fold down. Just keep lengthening, extending, and folding deeper. Keep that right foot nice and active. Press the back of the knee down. Some of us are modifying, so you need to keep that knee bent. So if so, that's great. Keep the knee bent. If not, see if you can strain that leg out a little bit and press the back of the knee down, getting even deeper into the stretch. And then let's slowly start to rise up. Okay, so we're going to come back onto our backs now. So you come onto your back, bring your knees into your chest. And let's come into happy baby, nice hip opening pose. Lift your legs up, open your knees nice and wide, and then grab on either to the outside of the feet. Okay, you can take hold of your ankles, you can pull down here, you can draw and pull onto the back of the thighs, or if you have a yoga strap, you can wrap that strap around and pull down on that strap. So we're going to just go pull down here, opening up through the hips, the hamstrings. Sometimes it feels good to straighten out the legs. So you're going to straddle, then you get deeper into your inner thighs and inner hips. So just do what feels good. Either one is fine. And then let's bring those legs together. So extending your legs straight up towards the sky. So we're going to come back into shoulder stand. We did this one in yesterday's practice. So if it felt good to grab that block, you could grab the block. So either legs to ceiling here, okay? Support your lower back and keep those legs extended up, okay? Or use your hands to lift up, okay? So we're going to press up through those hands. And it's always a good idea when you come here into shoulder stand, you notice the position of your neck, just to keep your gaze up, avoid turning your head side to side. That might not feel too good on your neck. Press through the ball mounts of the feet. Remember our lotus foot, Padma Pada. Padma's lotus pada foot. Legs are active, pressing through that energy, drawing up, just creating space. In an inverted position. Okay, we're going to take the feet slowly behind the head into Plow Pose. So now notice how the spine, the entire spine, gets a nice stretch. If you are just in legs to ceiling, if you're not in that full shoulder stand position, draw your knees into your chest. And slowly release down. Good. Bringing those knees back in. We're going to come into a recline twist. Arms out to the side. Let's drop the knees to the right and turn the gaze to the left. Again, using that hand on the outside of the thigh if that feels good. This really gives you a nice release through your lower back and your lower spine, and also is a great way to release tension from the spine. Let's come back up to center, and then take it over to the other side. Knees to the left, turn your gaze to the right. And then come back to center and hug the knees into the chest. To pull your knees in. Just rock side to side, massaging through the low back. And then inhale, come to center. And exhale, let's release the feet to the corners of the mat. Moving into this very peaceful place of Shavasana. Okay, let's start some movement. in the body. And switch the arms up above the head and stretch your toes in the opposite direction. And release out, bending your knees. Again, eyes stay closed as we make this transition all the way up to a seated position. So take your time, move in the easiest way it is for you. Coming back to Sukhasana, easy seated pose, bringing your hands to your heart. Taking this moment to pause, to feel. To embrace all the wonderful feelings this practice has given us. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up above the head. Bring the palms together again, exhale. Draw the hands to your heart. Namaste. Congratulations, everyone. You did a great job this week. 1 week down, 3 weeks to go. So stay tuned for tomorrow, which is day 1 of our second week, again, focusing on legs and butt, but this time kicking it up a notch. If you like this video, please press the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. As always, I love to hear from you. See you tomorrow. Namaste.